starts here.
Love this record. The best of Herman's Hermits. Ian Matthews. Some days you eat the bear, and some days the bear eats you. Insane Clown Posse. The Great Malenko. Intergalactic Touring Band. Self-titled. Iron Butterfly. Inagata Devita. Iron Maiden. Number of the Beast. Iron Maiden. Peace of Mind. Iron Maiden and Vivo live on 2 picture discs. Jack White, Lazaretto. Jack White, Boarding House Reach. The Jimi Hendrix Experience. Are you experienced? Lennon Plastic Ono Band. Shaved Fish. John Lennon, Double Fantasy. Joni Mitchell, Hejira. Judas Priest, Killing Machine, also known as Hellbent for Leather. Judas Priest, British Steel. Judas Priest Painkiller EP. This was a Record Store Day exclusive on blue buzzsaw vinyl. Camelot, Haven, Kansas, Songs for America. Keel, self-titled. King Crimson, The Young Person's Guide to King Crimson. King Crimson, Discipline. King Diamond, Conspiracy on Crimson Red Vinyl. Kiss, Destroyer. Kiss, Music from the Elder. Kiss, Animalize. Creator, self-titled EP on picture disc. Lapsley, Long Way Home on Milky White Vinyl. Lindisfarne, Nicely Out of Tune. Lord Such and Heavy Friends, Hands of Jack the Ripper. Maria Takeuchi, Variety. The Marshall Tucker Band, Carolina Dreams. Mastodon, Crack the Sky. Megaton Leviathan, Past 21 Beyond the Arctic Cell. The very first heavy metal album I ever listened to, Metallica's Ride the Lightning. Metallica, Master of Puppets. Michael Jackson, Thriller. Misfits, Walk Among Us on Purple Marble Vinyl. Motorhead, Overkill. Nazareth, Hair of the Dog. Nazareth, Close Enough for Rock and Roll. 9 Inch Nails, Pretty Hate Machine. 9 Inch Nails, The Downward Spiral. Nothing More, self-titled on Teal Vinyl. Ozzy Osbourne, Blizzard of Oz. The Parlor Trick, A Blessed Unrest on Blood Red and Spots of Grey Vinyl. Patrick Moraz, self-titled. Paul Anka, self-titled. Paul Anka, The Music Man. An autographed copy of Pepper Coyote's Muh on red vinyl. Pete Carr, Multiple Flash. PFM, Cook. PFM, Chocolate Kings. PFM, Jet Lag. Phil Collins, Hello, I Must Be Going. This is a special copy of Pink Floyd's Wish You Were Here that was given to me by my good buddy Killbot. Pink Floyd, Animals. Pink Floyd, The Wall. The Police, Regatta de Blanc. The Police, Zenyatta Mondana. The Police, Ghost in the Machine. The Police, Synchronicity. Primus, Sailing the Seas of Cheese. Queen, self-titled. Queen 2. Queen, A Night at the Opera. Not only my favorite Queen album, but one of my favorite albums of all time. Queen Innuendo. Queensryche, Rage for Order. Quiet Riot, Metal Health. Quiet Riot, Condition Critical. What used to be my favorite album of all time, but still one of my favorites, Rainbow Rising. Rammstein, Raise. The Ramones, self-titled. The Ramones, Leave Home. Ray Parker Jr., Chartbusters. Renaissance, Novella. Renaissance, Azure d'Or. Rick Wakeman, The Six Wives of Henry VIII. The original motion picture soundtrack for White Rock by Rick Wakeman. Rick Wakeman, Criminal Record. Rick Wakeman, Rhapsodies. Robert Plant, Now and Then. Rob Zombie, Hellbilly Deluxe on orange vinyl. The soundtrack to the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Roger Daltrey, One of the Boys. Viva Roxy Music by Roxy Music. The live rock music album. Roxy Music, Manifesto. Roy Clark, Country. Rush, 2112. Rush, Hemispheres. Rush, Grace Under Pressure. The Shaggs, Philosophy of the World. Slash, featuring Miles Kennedy live on green vinyl. Starcastle, Fountains of Life. The original Star Wars motion picture soundtrack. Steppenwolf live. Steve Winwood, Ark of a Diver. Sting, Dream of the Blue Turtles. I'm probably going to butcher this, but Strovit Nix Notes, Royal Family Divorce. Strapping Young Lad, heavy as a really heavy thing, on red and blue vinyl. Strapping Young Lad, City. Strapping Young Lad, self-titled. Strapping Young Lad, Alien. Stray Cats, Built for Speed. Striper, To Hell with the Devil. Styx, The Grand Illusion. Swans, To Be Kind. Synergy, Electronic Realizations of Rock Orchestra. Tears for Fears, Songs from the Big Chair. Ted Nugent, Free For All. Tony Ashton and John Lord, First of the Big Bands. Toto, 4. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, The Ghosts of Christmas Eve. An autographed copy of Trans-Siberian Orchestra's Beethoven's Last Night. Triumph, Just a Game. The Tubes, Now. The Tubes, What Do You Want From? Live. The Tubes, Remote Control. The Tubes, The Completion Backwards Principle. Twisted Sister, Stay Hungry. A promo copy of the Tigers of Pantang's Spellbound. UK, self-titled. The Vandals, Peace Through Vandalism on black and green vinyl. Van Halen, Diver Down. The first record I ever purchased, Van Halen's 1984. Van Halen, 5150. Vengeance, Take It or Leave It. Vinnie Vincent, Invasion. Waylon Jennings, Old Waylon. Whitesnake, Slide It In. Wu-Tang Clan, Enter the Wu-Tang. 36 Chambers. Yes, Fragile. Yes, Yes Songs. This is a live compilation album. Yes, Going for the One. Yes, Drama. Now that's the end of the main portion of my records, but before we get to the rest of them, here's a few things that aren't in my record collection, but are still pretty novel. First of all, I got an 8-track of the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, and 3 different tapes. First off, we got Dimmu Borgir's latest album, Ainoin. I'm pretty sure I butchered that, on red tape. Led Zeppelin 2, and finally, courtesy of Squirrelless Squirrel, I've Made Too Much Pasta. Swear I Saw Your Mouth Move, on a green tape. I do plan on covering this little album at some point, so be sure to look out for that. First up are the Oddball records, a compilation album called Country Sunday. I got this in particular because Johnny Cash is on here, and I love Johnny Cash. Next up is a compilation album called 25 All-Time Family Favorites. This is a classical compilation album. Next up we have 25 Polka Greats. This is the Polka compilation album. Next up we have a compilation album that I got at Record Store Day last year. Music to Drink Beer and Make Love To by Dogfish Head. I believe that's a brand of IPA. Harry Belafonte's In My Quiet Room, Swan Lake and the Sleeping Beauty, Ballad Suites by Tchaikovsky, another album by Tchaikovsky, The Nutcracker. This is a comic book album. You basically put it on the record table and read the comic. So, look at that. This is before Audible was a thing. Disclaimer, I am not sponsored by Audible. Next up, I've got 2 box sets. First off, we got Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band live from 1975 to 1985. I believe there is 5 LPs on here. My second box set is Stardust Memories, music for listening and relaxation. I believe there are 5 records in here. 8 actually, holy crap. Next up are the movie soundtracks. I know you've seen a few already, but I'm still trying to organize everything, so forgive me. We got the motion picture soundtrack for All That Jazz, the motion picture soundtrack for A Clockwork Orange. Well, not technically a movie soundtrack, it does contain the theme for The Exorcist, so I'm counting it, by Mike Oldfield. One of my favorite movies of all time, Kung Fury. This is the fan edition though. The motion picture soundtrack for My Neighbor Totoro. The motion picture soundtrack for Nighthawks by Keith Emerson. The motion picture soundtrack for the original War of the Worlds. The motion picture soundtrack for The Wizard of Oz on red vinyl, appropriately enough. And finally, the motion picture soundtrack for the animated Lord of the Rings film. And last but not least, my 10 inches. I've also got a flexi disc in there, and my 7 inches. First off, we got a flexi disc for Cannibal Corpse's Red Before Black live. Forgot I had another flexi disc. Mad, Gall and the Family. Next up we have Dog Blood. I believe this was one of Skrillex's side projects. Next up we have a band called Dumkrat Ciegos. I'm gonna have to censor this one somehow. But Rob Zombie's, well, everybody's fucking at a UFO.
Yeah.
Wow. Just like the Lazaretto LP, you play from the inside and it goes outwards. And finally, we got my 7 inches. First of all, I got vinyl cuts. This was a preview from their HBO show Vinyl. This song is No Good by Kaleo, Iron Maiden, Twilight Zone and Wrathchild, Red Sun Rising, Emotionless, and Push. On teal vinyl, I got this on Record Store Day. This is Led Zeppelin, Rock and Roll, Sunset Sound Mix, and Friends, Olympic Studio Mix. On yellow vinyl, next up we got Jimi Hendrix, Manish Boy, and Trash Man. We got Fleet Fox's Crack Up, Growl version, and In the Morning, live in Switzerland. Saxon, Princess of the Night, and Fire in the Sky on clear vinyl. The Voids, Queerus, and Cool as a Ghoul. And last but not least, the Cuphead soundtrack. Holy hell, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
How many was that? Wow. I have a problem. Anyway, thanks for watching. My name is Felix Wolf, and I will see you next time.